Hello and welcome to this flip-through of Kerby Rosanes' latest book, Fragile World, a book with amazing pictures of endangered animals and nature's wonders, as it says on the cover. This book has the same size as Kerby's other books, and it feels like the same paper as in Kerby's Worlds Within Worlds. The name page is a double spread with a lot of trees and plants, nature on land. And as it says here, a royalty from the sale of this book will go to the David Shepherd Wildlife Foundation, who work to save endangered animals in the wild. The first real double spread is this amazing picture of a big snow leopard, almost being a part of the mountain it lives in. This is the most realistic coloring book Kerby has done, if you ask me, and it's a bit too realistic for me. I prefer his other less realistic books, even if the pictures in this one is really amazing. But for this reason, I have more than ever been on Instagram to find inspiration to how to color these pictures. So in this flip through, I will show you some of the pages colored in by other colorists than me, and I hope that will inspire you as well as me. I really like this version by Color with Steph. She's done an amazing job with making the snow leopard almost melt into the mountain. Beautiful. This is New Zealand lesser short-tailed bats. They often live in old hollow trees, like the one in the picture. And here's a mountain gorilla that carries a whole world of mountains, trees and animals on top of the back. And I have already seen several fantastic versions of this page. Here is one by Leopard 59 with a beautiful realistic palette. Here is the sunset version by Iliana 0713, where the sky and orange trees makes a really cool effect. And with a darker monkey and this marvelous green background, it looks totally different. It's so inspiring. This is colored by Avec une armée de couleurs. On the next page, we find the world's smallest penguin, southern rockhopper penguins. And it's beautiful without color, but look how wonderful it looks with colors. This is made by Inge Hertog. On the opposite page, we have the critically endangered lemur leaf frogs found in Costa Rica, Panama, and Colombia. I love this green and pink version by Camille Yucca. And this version is also so beautiful with a darker tone of green, pink and yellow-orange background. Made by Camille Coloriach. And I love how this black background makes the whole picture pop. Super beautiful by Kesik Coloring. And last, how cool isn't these glowing frogs by Toki et ses Créances? And on this double spread you can see ring-tailed lemurs that only lives on the island of Madagascar and some small islands close by. And this is saiga antelopes. And they might not look so special, but they are one of the most ancient mammals on the planet today. And here is the majestic polar bears, who needs the ice that is melting fast in Arctic. And you can color the aurora borealis, the bear and the water in so many different ways. Steph, with the account Pencils and Pigs, has done this wonderful version with a deep blue sea and a beautiful night sky. Maybe you know how much I like blue night skies. In a coloring book, you don't have to follow reality, which is why I find this beautiful version with a purple bear so inspiring. Thank you, Toki. A beautiful version by Maria, Coloring Blunder on Instagram. It really captures the icy and cold world in Arctic. Here are some of our closest living relatives, chimpanzees, having a snack, maybe papaya, in the trees. This is my least favorite double spread in the book. Sorry, Kerby. In real life, these majestic animals look so cool and ancient, and the drawing are fantastic. But I don't think they have very inspiring colors for doing two of them in such big size. Maybe if I come up with some totally strange color scheme. Next page is a beautiful butterfly with a beautiful name, Queen Alexandra's birdwing butterflies. If you search on internet, you will see that it's blue-green, like this amazing version by Color Bright Bex. I love her butterfly and colorful background. And this is also such a beautiful version with a more green butterfly and another fantastic background. This is actually the picture I am coloring myself right now. This is a work in progress picture, and you can see that I have not made it realistic. I have chosen to do it pink. Unfortunately, the paper don't take water very well, I noticed, so on one spot it bled through to the page behind it. But as that page is not my favorite, you know, the bisons, it feels okay. But next time when I use water in it, I will be very careful and just use a small amount. This is rusty patched bumblebees, one huge with flowers on top and a lot of small ones around the flowers. Color by Flu has done this calm and wonderful version of this page. It feels like a magical summer's night. From the small bumblebees to the great white sharks. They look a bit scary, but they are very important for the ecosystem in the oceans. And look, so many small fishes. I am super impressed by Natalia Milo Coloring, who has done this masterpiece. Colored everything so beautiful and realistic. This is the largest of all monkey species, mandrills. And with all the tropical fruits around it, this can be such colorful and wonderful page. Like this version by My Colorful Country Life. Or this version with a darker monkey, made by Steph Colors 63. This is the mighty Philippine eagle, the national bird of the Philippines. Unfortunately, critically endangered. In the end of the book, there are texts about all the animals in the book, so you can learn a lot if you read them. The humphead wrasses can be found in the coral reefs of the coasts of Asia and East Africa. And with all the corals around it, this can look so beautiful colored in. Like this wonderful version made by Sienna de Bruin. And this is actually how this fish looks. She has done it very realistic. These are so cute. Blackfooted ferrets, who unfortunately are among the most endangered mammal of North America. A double spread with so many furry creatures are very intimidating for me, so I'm so impressed by Karen, Zucchini Kitty, who has done this page so beautiful and realistic. I love this spread with two giant pandas, not only because I think pandas look cute, but also because I have already seen several creative and beautiful versions of this picture. Especially it seems to be the background that have sparkled people's creativity, like this wonderful night blue background with white dots. Or this magical version with one page in yellow-pink background and one in blue tones. So beautiful and inspiring. Next page shows a big common hippo with a lot of birds on his back. And Camille Yucca has done this marvelous version. And with other colors it looks completely different. I love this picture too by Angel Color Art. As always, when a new coloring book is released, some pictures seems to attract more people than other pictures, at least if you look on what pictures are posted on social media. And this seems to be one of the more popular ones from this book. I love this colorful background by Color Bright Bex. And I also love this version where the background is black, but the Philippine naked-backed fruit bat is colorful instead. This is a Jaguar, a strong swimmer and climber. I have seen some wonderful versions of this page, and I'm going to show you 3 for inspiration. First, this realistic and beautiful picture by Little Pickle's Colorful Life. And with more turquoise water, it also looks wonderful. This is done by Love of Coloring. And how cool, isn't it, in pink purple? This version is made by Sea Colored. And a really dark water with a lot of dots, made by Pencils and Pigs. Also different, also cool. Next double spread shows whooping cranes, who lives in Canada in the summers and migrate to Texas for the winter. Shana's Coloring Space has done this beautiful sunset version. I think it's magical. This is the magnificent Asian elephant, carrying parts of a ruin and some monkeys on the head. This fantastic and realistic version is made by Claire Holloway, Claire Colorista. In purple tones, it will look totally different, but also very beautiful, made by Toki. And last, this beauty by Camille Yucca. Next to the elephant, we find these forest owlets who live in central India. Here, a marvelous version by Iliana0713. This is a type of Asian crocodilian, gharials, and I have found such an amazing version of this page. I would never have come up with the idea to do a red croc, but I love it. Another double spread with a lot of Galapagos sea lions. I'm not sure I would have the patience to color so many similar animals on a page, but Pencils and Pigs has done it, and wow, how well she's done it. I'm so impressed. Next animal is the Sumatran tiger, also critically endangered. I have seen several wonderful versions of this tiger page. One of them is the red tiger made by Toki SS crayons. And this is also the picture on the back of the book. Really cool. I love how Kerby has done this picture with the tree growing out of the black rhino. And as always with coloring pages, they look good in just black and white, but they need colors to really pop. And this page looks so fantastic in Alex Jamali Creative's version. This double spread shows thick-billed parrots who live in Mexico. And parrots are quite inspiring, I think, with their bright colors, so I can almost see this in color already. But I have not found any finished version of this on Instagram. Maybe I'm just bad at searching, but this book is also very new, so I'm sure I will see a lot of versions later. Next page is familiar as it's shown on the front cover as well. The critically endangered hawksbill turtle who loves tropical waters and coral reefs. And look how beautiful Dugan Lisa Tide has colored this page. I want to swim in that tropical water. All the small fishes around this whale shark would scare me off, but Dugan Lisa Tide has also colored this in a fantastic way, where the brown whale and blue ocean work so well together. This version by Camille Yucca is also one of my favorites, with all the different blue-black tones. If you like to color fur, this book gives you many opportunities. Like on this spread with this huge picture of an Ethiopian wolf. And look how cool it looks colored in by Pencils and Pigs. From the Ethiopian highlands to some lakes in Mexico, where you can find these critically endangered salamanders called axolotls. And Pencils and Pigs has really made this picture pop as well with this version of the page. Nikki Wade 4 has also colored the left page and it looks so beautiful. I love this drawing of a Tapanuli orangutan. The eyes really looks like it watching you, and how tender it's holding and trying to protect the forest in the arms. And it looks even more amazing with colors. Look how fantastic Coloring Maya has colored it. Koalas and eucalyptus belongs together. They both lives in the trees and eats the leaves. This is such cute drawing with the koala mom and her baby. The animals are really in focus in this book, which of course is the meaning behind the book. And here's another spread underwater with the giants of the oceans, the blue whales. And if you look close, you will find 3 tiny human divers around them, so you really understand how huge these animals are. This is an Amur leopard who lives in the far east of Russia, and I will show 2 different amazing versions of this page. First, this one, colored by Aniri Color, And she has really captured the nature and the cold during the winters in this part of Russia. And this blue version is also so beautiful, I think. It's made by Sea Colored. Even if you can use whatever colors you want to, it's a bit hard to see this in any other color than reddish brown, as its name is Red Panda. Here a wonderful version by Sweetwater. And another beautiful version in red, brown and bluish tones by Alexandra, Coloring Panda on Instagram. Next double page is a big version of a critically endangered species of antelope found in the Sahara Desert in Africa. On next spread we dive into the ocean again to meet the vulnerable dugongs. I have not seen this colored in, but it will be nice when someone posts a version of this page. I don't know why, but I don't like to color underwater pictures so much, so it will probably not be me. And this spread shows greater sage grouse. They are unfortunately near threatened. And I think these two are fighting. As you can see, the feathers are flowing around them and they look quite angry. It's not only the big animals around the world that are important and endangered, even small ones like these American burying beetles. These I actually think I could try to color realistic, because they have a beautiful orange-brown color, and you know how much I like bright colors. Otters are such cute animals, I think, and I really like this drawing. And even more when I have seen it with colors, like this super cute and beautiful version by Keshik Coloring. Next double spread are 4 running African wild dogs. More fur to practice on if you want to. And how cool isn't these pages with a giant marine iguana with a lot of smaller ones on top of the back. Kulu Eye has done a marvelous job on this page. Beautiful colors. These are the Kangaroo Island Dunards, found exclusively on Kangaroo Island in Australia. And look how beautiful this page is in Zucchini Kitty's version. Next page actually might be the most popular in this book so far, and I love it too. This hamster is so cute, with a flowered dandelion in its hand. There are already many amazing and inspiring versions of this page on Instagram. Here are some of them, like this magical night scene by Coloring Llamas, or this creative and colorful version by Heaven Lily Coloring, or this cutie by Marusia. And Coloriage Cola has done this bright and happy version. And Coloring Between the Lines has done this wonderful version with a lot of happy, colorful dots. As you can see, there are a lot of double spreads in this book, like this one, with 2 Chinese pangolins. The scales are grayish in real life, but as you know, we can color the pictures however we like, realistic or not. And I really like this version with more yellow scales, made by Sea Colored. And on the next page is this double spread showing narwhals, who lives in the waters and rivers of the Arctic. These are Polynesia ground doves, just found on 5 small islands in French Polynesia, but there are very few left alive, just around 150. And look how soft and beautifully Natalia Milo Coloring has done this page. I just read a really interesting Swedish book about the European eels, and they are really fascinating creatures, but also critically endangered. In real life, they are not this colorful, but I love this version. I didn't know that a picture of eels could make me so happy. The colorist is Coloring Llamas. This spread shows the Cape rock jumpers that are near threatened, likely related to climate change. Inky's Colors has done an amazing version of this page. The colors go so well together. Back to the ocean and the Hector's dolphins, which are the smallest and rarest marine dolphins in the world. These birds looks a bit surprised, and their necks and heads almost forms a heart. Very beautiful illustration by Kerby, I think. And these are Tasmanian devils that almost was eradicated in the late 1800s, but are legal protected today. Here a beautiful version of this page done by Ab Valeria. And Pencils and Pigs has done this more nighty version. This is the last picture in the book, a double spread with a lot of animals and details. The main focus are the Galapagos penguins, and it's pure magic what different colors do to a picture. Like this beautiful version by My Colorful Country Life. And with other colors it looks equally beautiful but totally different. This is made by Vanessa Color Art. And as I mentioned earlier in the video, the last pages are filled with information about the animals in the book. So by reading the texts and search on internet how the animal looks, you can really learn a lot about our invulnerable world and all the animals. But as I have shown some examples of, you can color the page however you wish in the end. That's the beauty with coloring books. So I hope you have found this flip through inspiring. See you in next video. Goodbye!